Good day, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are so happy to have you here today with our very special guest. And I just want to let you know that you are now with us for the Curious Edutainer Wealth Builder podcast. And today, please be prepared to be inspired. Our guest is transformational, sorry about that, transformational communicator, executive speaker, and performance trainer, a joy empowerment coach. Yes, I love that. Who blends the precision of a director with the heart of a storyteller to help people lead with clarity, connect with compassion, and thrive with purpose. A dual elite certified neuroencoding specialist and award-winning actor with over 40 years of experience. Marcus has inspired audiences from corporate giants like Chick-fil-A and Fidelity Investments to intimate one-on-one sessions, always leaving people more energized, empowered, and joy-filled than when he found them. He shares stages with legendary voices like Bill Walsh, Les Brown, Joseph McClendon the third, bringing his own brand of powerful practice wisdom, grounded in emotional intelligence and authentic joy, and above all, proven processes from international stages with Blue Man Group, Cirque du Soleil, and the Second City to classrooms at Dartmouth Temple and the UNLV. Marcus creates experiences that ignite transformation and lasting results through signature programs like the Joy Experience, Express and Connect, Beat of Joy, and his unforgettable one-man event, the Marcus Weiss Experience. He uplifts individual teams and organizations alike with tools to live boldly and brilliantly and love the journey. Please put your hearts together and welcome Marcus Weiss. Thank you, Marcus, so much for being here. I'm so happy to
Thank,
have you.
thank you, Peggy. Thank you so much. And thank you for the joy-filled introduction. And I loved how you came alive in certain parts, like in a different way when you read them, like, yes, I love that. And and it's always beautiful to hear things that are nice about ourselves. And it's so important that when we hear nice things said about ourselves, like in this introduction, that we don't recoil that and that's often I find really hard for people to do. When people say nice things, they're like, oh no, oh yeah, forget about it. You have to take it in and go like, yes, yes.
And I totally agree with that. One of the things that's so important, everybody loves to give gifts, but receiving them, no, don't we love to receive gifts? Of course we do. So,
Yeah,
yeah, receiving is super important.
yeah,
Because we work our tushes off every day to make a difference in other people's lives. And then when somebody compliments us, all we have to say is thank you. That was so nice of you. Like
yeah.
really simple. And I know I've done it myself and I have done it and I feel bad that I've said something really stupid like whatever I said after. Like, why didn't I just say thank you?
Yeah. Well, it's because of it's because of the all the sort of stringy knots that we've formed within ourselves, within here and in our bodies over a lifetime. It's simple and it's really hard for people because of because of the things that we've learned and the ways that we've programmed ourselves over the course of our lives.
Yeah, well, and did we program that ourselves or were we taught that by
Mm.
our parents from generations from generations of that same like you can't it's better to give than receive or something stupid like that? No, it's not. It's equally good to
It's
give and receive.
Yeah, it's equal. Yeah, it's equal. It's equally good because because if we don't have a light, if we can't keep the light on inside, then
Mm.
it's hard to shine. And
And
not from an ego place, but from a let's make the world a brighter place.
absolutely, like when we volunteer and we do something and our being a volunteer, we feel good about what we did, right?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah,
And that brings the joy to do more and give more.
yeah.
And the same when we're running our businesses, right?
Yeah, I think so. I believe that joy is the continuous match that lights the fuel of our lives and the fuel that's already in us, the passion, the ideas, whatever it is. I believe that joy is not just the result of the feelings of when you get to where you want to go or the goals or the steps in between. It begins with those feelings because it's the thing that makes you want to get out of bed. It's the thing that creates the excitement to begin with. It's the thing that changes your imagination from anxiety to excitement about whatever may come. So I believe it starts with feelings of joy.
Yeah, we were talking about that before, that it's who you are. It's not a place to get, it's who you are. It's part of your being. Getting through a day of work joyously makes the day so much better. I mean, like having this with you and how we've built our relationship over the last couple of years. I mean, it's just, I'm so happy that you're here and I get to see your smiling face. And every time we do meet in person, I watch you as you're walking around talking to people, and you just always have this you have this great smile, but you have this energy that is like all those colors that are around you in your background, like that. I see you walking with all those colors, and how
Mm.
how you give that energy to other people. Not that you're deliberately giving that energy to them, just that you have this energy, and we can't help but feel that energy of how you feel about yourself and what you do. You feel so good that I don't even know how to express it. It's really a picture. And that empowers people to
Mhm.
also
Mhm.
realize that, wow, here's this person that's just be happy because he's happy.
Mhm.
Like you had to get somewhere. You
Mhm.
are.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, and we could tell the stories about how I've come to be this way or why I choose joy. I have mugs, that I got off of Amazon that say, choose joy. Um, because it's not always easy. In the end,
Yeah.
it's
Every day, right. You have
every
to,
day.
yeah, we recreate every day.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about how you, when you're working with someone, how you work with someone to have them elevate themselves into being who they really are.
Yeah, so you mentioned that I have a certain energy about me, and this background is on purpose. So
Mhm.
one of the goals that I have for anybody that I work with, or any organization that I visit and train, is to get them aware of the intentionality of their lives, that they have something to do with it, first and foremost, that they themselves have done something to create even a moment of resourceful feelings. So this background is on purpose. So when you say I showed up with energy, that's on purpose. I mean, it's become part
Sure.
of me, but it's a choice. It's on purpose because I have down moments. But it's important for me to recognize that I have the tools and the strategies to get to an energetic place, to be shining a light, to be magnetic or whatever it is. And that I did it with intention and attention. So the way that happens early on in a relationship with a client or an organization is that I show up in a certain way on purpose. It resonates, and you were saying it's hard to put into words. People get to a certain place in real time, Like they might smile, they might laugh, they might shake it out. I might say on purpose, that feels silly, right? Or whatever it is. And they're smiling. And then I anchor that within the client or the organization to make sure that they know that they did that. That even though I was the light, I might have been like the inspiration or whatever it is, that they did that, that their system, meaning their head and their hearts and their own bodies, were the ones that got them to that place. And it's really important for somebody to recognize that they did that. So
That's hard for people to recognize.
sometimes it is. Because sometimes, somebody's, sometimes I work with people who are struggling, who are struggling mentally, who are might be depressed, and they keep looking on the outside, for
Oh,
circumstances that might trigger a laugh or a good feeling or a hope. Yes, to somebody like you, Peggy, it's already part of like, wait, that's hard for people to recognize that they had something to do with it. Yes, yes, it is. Yes, it is.
oh,
And it's exactly that recognition that they have something to do with their thoughts and their feelings
they
and
have
therefore
everything
what
to
they're
do with
about.
their thoughts and feelings.
Of course, right, right. Except a lot of people by default, this is the knots we're talking about in life, we start looking to the outside for the circumstances to be just right, or for the circumstances to be this and this, for me to go, okay, you know what? That's good news. Okay, now it's good news. Now I can think that's good news and feel a little better and therefore smile. But what I'm saying is that you can jumpstart yourself regardless of what's going on the outside, right? All those, you know, memes or posters that say life isn't about, you know, not raining, it's about learning to dance in the rain or whatever it is. How do you dance in the rain? Because
One
invariably,
step at a time.
one
And a
step.
stick to make sure you don't fall.
Make sure you don't fall right. It sounds so simple. It sounds so simple. But what is it that when it's raining stops people from taking even a single step? So when I work with people, it's almost like I'm gonna say this on this podcast. It's almost like I trick them into believing that it was me. And then I make sure they know that I had nothing to do with it. I get them into that awareness. That number one, don't you prefer feeling this way? And number two, you had something to do with it. And number three, here are the things that you can do when I leave the screen to get back into that place. So you feel better and have better thoughts and look to better possibilities for you and your business moving
Right.
forward.
So it sounds like self-empowerment,
It is self-empowerment. It's
total self-empowerment. I mean, I a little jet lag today, but I know that just having you, like being with another person, just uplifts me totally. And I'm the one that has the control over that.
Mhm,
I really, and it makes a difference for
mhm.
me on a day where I'm like not, I mean, jet lagged, right? So just being here gives me more energy because I'm now dealing with another person and I feel good about being with another person. And it's
Yeah.
really helped me a lot. And of course, being you and that great smile just boom got me there.
Right, you're right. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Peggy. Thank you for saying that. And by the way, vice versa. And I know that both of us are aware that it's not a coincidence that we should feel that way. Because, yeah, you were very sweet, and thank you for saying that. It's not just any person, it's me. And not that I'm so special, it's because I do things on purpose. I do
Yes,
things not like in a manipulative way, meaning, I follow sort of proven processes, whether they come from my acting and directing and performance and producing background, or whether they come from my coaching background. These are processes that I do on a regular basis to show up in a certain way to get myself and those that I'm around to a certain place, which is these feelings of resourcefulness and
right.
so that
And
we
you
get
give
to
them
a better mindset to make better decisions for our lives and in our business.
right. See, and you must give them some tools so that they can reach back to those tools to pull them out to go. like one of the things that I find really simple is just a smile. Like if I start my day with a smile, I usually I'll get ready and I'll go out for a walk and I'll notice that as soon as I smile because somebody's walking the other way and I smile at them, I went, God, my whole body just shifted. I could feel this whole difference. That kind of blew me away when I got conscious of it, that when you smile, your body shifts because it's very happy that you smiled.
Right. It's that right. Your body is like, thanks, Peggy. Thanks for
Exactly.
doing that. You know, especially this part of you. This part of you thanks you.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly where it is, too.
I mean, because in the end, right, in the end, I believe we're all chasing a feeling, or we're all after a feeling of being okay inside, or not just okay, but for this to feel whole, and for this to feel good, and for this to feel excited. Meaning there's in our insides, our hearts.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like
Like when you're not feeling your best, you want to strive for that. That's why I was asking about the tools because you said you had the
yeah.
toxic 10 or something.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I'll share. Yeah, I'll get to the toxic 10 in 30 seconds, but I wanted just say thank you for saying to start your day with a smile, because that is one of the tools. Because when
Mm.
you smile, even it might not be a huge rush of dopamine and happy chemicals in your brain, but it's more than if you didn't smile. So it releases just enough to actually make the changes, regardless of whether the smile came from something that happened or whether you were doing it sort of, fake it till you make it. So what happens when you smile is that just for a second, your brain doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's not real.
Mhm.
That's why kids can pretend things. So what happens is you believe it. Your brain believes you for just a second. And if you do it longer, it believes you more. And when your brain believes you, it sends a message. It sends like little, whether it's the chemicals, think of it in a chemical way or think of it in a magical way, whatever it is, it sends a message to your heart. And your heart doesn't think, it just feels the things that the brain and the meaning you attach to things makes it feel. And then you feel just a little better, like you were saying, your whole energy shifts.
Mm.
Energy shifts. And then when your energy shifts in here, your body just responds to your feelings. So when you think a little better, thanks to this on purpose smile, you feel a little better. And then you do a little better with your body. I'm shaking my shoulders, but I mean, your body includes your mouth. You say better things. Your eyes open up wider. You literally respond not like this, but you respond like you said it yourself. When you said, your whole energy shifts. Your body went like this, Peggy. You know what I mean? And that's a form of yes to life and to your business decisions. And yes doesn't need to mean like I'm gonna go for it. It could also mean like, you know what? I'm gonna set a boundary here because that's whatever it is. But it makes you make more resourceful decisions. And it helps you get over, yeah, the toxic 10. Can we talk about the toxic 10?
Yeah. Do you want to cover a few of them
Oh, well, yeah. I
for
mean,
time? And you don't
yeah,
want to give all your secrets away.
I don't want to give, no, I do not want to give all my secrets away. Listen, the toxic 10, and I'm looking just, the toxic 10 are the things that we all struggle with. I mean,
Okay.
they are, right? They're the procrastination, hesitation, fear of success, fear of failure, self-doubt, self-loathing, and imposter syndrome, and stress, and overwhelm. And here's a big one, fear of rejection.
How about fear of success?
Fear of success. That's another one. Yep. Fear of success. See what my face does? I think about fear of success, and boom, my body collapses. Oof. I've struggled with all of those.
Oh,
Sometimes on a daily basis, Peggy.
well, oh, wow. You do. I thought, I mean, we're curious, but boy, you beat the heck out of that.
Well, no, I mean, not anymore. Sorry, Peggy. Not
Oh,
anymore. Not anymore. Um, but there's been times, right, in tiny little ways, and then you catch
oh,
yourself.
sure.
It's not what I'm saying is it's not like I don't have moments.
Yeah, we all have moments,
I recover.
but they're moments. They're not
Right.
the day, they're not hours. Like getting through, knowing that you're down, part of it, maybe I could be, you could correct me. I'm just making this up. So being conscious of where you are at the moment also says, what am I going to do to get out of this moment? Because this moment's lasting longer than a moment. I need to do whatever your tool that you put in place, right? So you have a recovery for me, let's say. Now I know I could do what I would do is normally what I would do if I was feeling a little down or uninspired. I would pick up the phone and talk to one of my people that have a listening and just get it off my chest what's there and then have a great day because I got it off by expressing it verbally to somebody, which I needed to do, otherwise it's hanging out in my head, right? So yeah, we have those moments, and when the moments keep going, let's get out of that. Who wants to
Right.
be there? Don't I want to, like,
Right.
life is empowered and I'm the one that gets to empower it.
Right, right. And that's right. For a lot of people, when we say it starts with you, right? It starts with you. There's a tendency to go, oh, that's admonishment or that's scary or that's, that's a bad thing. But that is exactly the kind of mental, emotional default that we find ourselves in. And I'm suggesting that it starts with you, as I believe you are. It starts with you is good news because you're
Absolutely.
always with you. The solution could not be any closer than you. You know what I mean? It's like that's great. Like, what do you mean? I don't have to look to somebody else. I don't have to, I mean, listen, guide aside. We all need a coach. We all need a guide. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that the work is right there. You
Mhm.
don't need to run to Home Depot to get more, to get more nails. Like it's you. And so that's for me, on the journey to discover that, like, wait, you mean I can do things? You mean I can change my own script? So, Peggy, I had been a decades-long successful, like you said, award-winning actor. And I was like, wait a minute, I can change the way I think and feel and act in life? And I don't have to be on a stage to do it? What are you talking about? So that was a really, really important and important recognition. And like you said, who wants to stay in, and here goes. So I embody things a lot with those and those I work with. Who wants to stay in this position, in that state? I call it unresourceful.
Mhm.
Like who wants that? And if you want to think of it as not resourceful for your business, then yeah, it's not. Because if you're stuck in this place, you're not making you're not taking action, you're not making decisions, and you're certainly not making decisions that are coming from a from a hopeful, faithful, inspired, positive expectancy kind of place. So you need to get yourself out of it so that you can have clarity and a greater vision, more courage and more excitement about what it is that you're doing.
Exactly. And that thing about if you have your own business,
Yeah.
the people you're coaching, they're they serve others. And if you joyfully and empowering, and that's where they want to be to have a successful business because people want to work with happy people who are joyous, funny, whatever.
Yeah.
They don't want to work with people that are like this all the time, kind of thing. Like, what do you want? I mean, we didn't really see that on this trip I just got off of. We saw very joyous, happy people. It was really, really nice. And then every once in a while, you'd run into somebody who wasn't too happy. Uh,
Sure.
I have to say, the majority, whether they were pretending or not, were came across as very energetic and joyous.
Yeah, and it comes in, may I say, it comes in different shapes and sizes. I mean, if we're talking about joys being light, I mean, I happen to have this version of it. But I may not walk into a board meeting, excuse me for a second, well, like this, like, hey everybody, do-do-bye, do-do-da-da-ba-do. I mean, I can read a room, but it's about becoming relational.
Yeah. Hmm.
It's when you open your heart in joy, whatever that shape takes for you, meaning whatever your version of it is, that when you turn your light on, people feel it. It's that sort of glad to be together feeling. You know, and like you say, people want to work with that. They feel it, they shine it back, and then you absorb it, and so the light continues, and you make the whole situation brighter. Yeah, people want to work with people who give off a feeling of being relational. And again,
Exactly.
yeah, and my version of it is pretty sort of bright at times. It's, it's like you said, it's energetic, um, at sort of a high level. And yet I want to encourage, listeners or people who are watching this to know that it can take many forms. You know, that you don't have to be jumping up and down to be joyous.
Mm-mm. No. So let me ask you something, because people want to be joyous and they want to be empowered. And how can they get a hold of you? You haven't said like how they can be in touch with you,
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to put something in the chat right now for you.
but I
And
want you to also say it because the
I can also
recording goes
say,
out and it will have all the everything in writing.
yes. So I am reachable on LinkedIn. I am Marcus Weiss on LinkedIn.
Okay.
And I am Marcus Jacob Weiss,
Oh,
Facebook.
Weiss.
Marcus Jacob Weiss on Facebook. And do your listeners connect on Instagram?
Yes, many of them do.
Any of them do? That would be the Marcus Weiss experience. I know that. So I am, if you just go Marcus Weiss, then you will find me on LinkedIn and on Facebook and on Instagram. In the chat, if somebody happens to watch this, they can just connect with me, an absolutely free call. I can talk to them about what I do and what their needs are and where they might want to be headed in their lives and their businesses, both private and professional. And I even put my phone number up there in the chat.
Oh,
And
great.
I'm happy to share that.
Great.
I know that
Yeah, yeah.
I could say it too. I'm happy to. It's 702-249-6400. That's simply, I believe in connection, and I share that with anybody. 702-249-6400. That's my personal number. So anybody, Peggy, you're a friend of mine, anybody who's a friend of ours, can connect with me directly there.
Do you
And
want them to use a special word like, well, I'd say curious edutainer, but that'll take a lot of spelling, but
it could just be just text me the word joy and I'll text right back to you. That's all
okay,
good. So if you want to do
good.
that. So that's
And what, I mean, we've talked about a lot of things that the listeners can take away, how you who are listening can put some of these things in place. But really, one of the things that I find really important is to have a coach, to have somebody that you can turn to support you through, to give you the tools you need to be successful. I have way too many coaches, but I have a coach, I have a mentor, I have an accountability person. I have all of these people in place because to be successful, you've got to have a team. It's never just one person. So start with Marcus, have him be your coach, your joyous coach, and your empowerment coach, because the more empowering you are, that will reflect out to all those you serve.
Agreed, Peggy. Thank you so much. Thank you for your supportive words, and thank you for modeling exactly so much of what we're talking about, which is shedding light. Shedding light on others will in turn open them up to shine light right back on you. So Peggy, thank you for this opportunity, and thank you for what you're doing to support people in building their lives to create greater wealth on every level for themselves. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you very much. And we'd love to have you come back again. I don't know if you've ever thought about this.
Mm.
Um, have any of your people that you've coached, maybe you could have somebody come on and the three of us could have a conversation. I think that would be really fun. So think about that for the next time.
Oh, I love that. That'd be great. Thank you. Thank you for the second date. Hopefully it's the second of many to come. Peggy, I love you.
Okay.
Thank
That's exciting. Thank you.